So in this video, I wanted to take you through the new 7 billion model from Mistral-AI startup. And they are saying that this 7 billion model is the best 7 billion model till date, while they have compared with a few other models from Llama 2. Right, so till now we were only banking on Meta to released open source Apache 2.0 license based model, which we also can use for research and also for the commercial purpose. But this Mistral AI has now launched a 7 billion model, and they are saying that this can beat several Llama 2 models on the LLM based benchmark. So this Mistral AI came into the news around June 13 this year, and they raised around funding of 113 million before they had any significant product or any models. Now they have come up with this new model, which is Mistral-AI 7B, which has a two flavor, like the base model and the instruction fine tune model. So this is a startup which is based out of Paris, and this startup was founded by the X from Google's DeepMind and Meta. So they will be focused on open source solutions, which are mainly focused on LLM. Right, now let's see what are the benchmark they are saying and what are the features of this model. So you can see this from this blog of Mistral AI, that they are saying that this model can outperform Llama to 13 billion model on all benchmark. So it's quite obvious that they will also like outperform the Llama to 7 billion model, and they are saying that this model can also outperform Llama 134 billion model on many benchmarks, right? And the this approaches Code Llama 7B also on code generation. So when they have compared this Mistral AI 7B model with the Code Llama 7B model, so they have seen that the code generation performance is more or less similar, and also it is quite good at English task, right? So this Mistral 7B also uses this two concept, which is one of them is like grouped query attention for faster inference, on also the sliding window attention for to handle lower sequences at smaller cost, right? And the good thing, which I already mentioned, that it is released under the Apache 2.0 license, so it can be used without any restriction for commercial and for research purpose, right? And this model is freely available in Hugging Face Model Hub, so we can use it from Hugging Face Model Hub. So these are the some of the comparisons, which is like in the this blog post they have mentioned. So first is like here you can see like M is mentioned for the Mistral 7B, and there are several others: Llama 2 7 billion, Llama 2 13 billion, and Llama 134 billion models are compared. And you can see for MMLU task, which is like a benchmark related to a language model performing on multiple language related tasks. So Mistral AI 7B model is kind of winning the battle hands down, and they are also good at few other tasks like knowledge. So in case of knowledge, we can see like Llama 134 billion model is kind of outperforming the Mistral 7B model, but still Mistral 7B is kind of at par at the Llama 2 7 billion and 13 billion. And in reasoning and comprehension, it's like the throughout the winner is Mistral 7B, right? So these are the things which is posted in the blog. So blog has also a detail about how they have used flashed and furious attention drift concept to come up with this new model, right? So they have also released this model, which is like Mistral 7B for chat, which is nothing but the instruction fine tune model. So you can see this is on the MT benchmark. This model is only below the Wizard LM 13 billion model, and also the Vicuna 13B 16K context model. So after that, it is only the Mistral 7B instruction fine-tuned model. And you can see if you compare with this Llama 2 13 billion chat and Llama 2 7 billion chat, it is quite outperforming these two models, and it's winning on top of those two models, right? So with this, let's go and look in the look into the code how we can use it to do some experimentation. So I am using this Mistral7B instruction fine tune GPTQ version, which is again coming from the block. So the big shout out to block, because they are releasing this GPTQ model, which we can easily use in case of a single GPU, or also in some of the cases for a CPU based systems, right? And it has been mentioned that you should install the transformer from the GitHub, because in the normal installation of transformer, still the model is not available. So I am doing some required installations here, and after that I am just importing from transformers the auto tokenizer, the auto model for causal LM, and GPTQ config. So here at first I am creating the tokenizer from this model, which is again from the block. Then we are creating a quantization config, and that we are passing while loading the model from the block model hub, right? So once we have loaded this model, then we can start running some inference, right? Here the prompt template is quite simple. So you have this inst tag, starting tag and ending tag, and in between that you have to mention your prompt, and then you can start doing the start generating text for a particular prompt. Right here you can see, like, at first I am converting my prompt template to input IDs using the tokenizer. Then I am passing this tokens to model.generate function with certain parameters of temperature 0.7, top P and top K. So in case you are not aware what are these temperature, top P and top K, I have a detailed video on this in my YouTube channel. So please refer to that. I will also mention the link of that video in this video description. So you can see this is how the text is getting generated, and the text is quite well in terms of the English comprehension, and it is quite well formatted and quite meaningful. Similarly, I have also tried and asked Mistral7B to generate a Python code, to write a Python code to count the number of unique words in a sentence, and it's performing quite well with this. So I'm quite surprised, and so indeed it is kind of beating the current llama 2 7 billion model in terms of code generation, right? So the code llama 2 model is a separate, but the general llama 2 7 billion instruction fine tune model is not good at writing code, but using this single model you can do lots of tasks, right? So you can see the code has been generated properly. So it also taken an example, and the sentence example, and with that, like, first it is splitting the sentence with spaces, then it's creating a set. So set is will help us to count the unique number of words, then it's iterating through the sentence and kind of appending the words to that set, and in the end it's kind of checking the length of the set, right, to tell you what is total the count of unique words in the sentence. So far the results are quite promising, and I think from now onwards this can be the your go-to 7 billion model if you want to use it for a commodity hardware like a single CPU or a single GPU based machine or a single CPU, right? So I hope you like this video. You got an idea what this Mistral AI 7B model is, and they have also promised that they will launch several other model in the future. So we will look forward to it. So I hope you like this video. In case you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you. See you in the next video.